Hey, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. I have a little task today. I need to replace the battery in this Pulsar watch. But first I wanted to kind of give a little history on Pulsar. Pulsar is a company that's been around since around 1970, and it was a division of the Hamilton Watch Company. And Pulsar was going to be the first electronic digital watch. Thus the name Pulsar, which sounds sort of robotic, Pulsar. So in any event, Pulsar, a division of Hamilton Watch Company, was working with Electro Data Incorporated to develop this Pulsar electronic watch. And if you recall, if you've seen them, if you weren't around then, the first electronic watches were those red LED numbers, and you had to push the button to view it. And that first watch came out in the mid-1970s. Early to mid-1970s, and it was very, very expensive. I think the first watch sold for like $2,100, and that was in, 1970-something, 72, 73, which in today's dollars was worth way more. So in any event, that's the history. And around 1980, Seiko bought Pulsar. And funny, even though Pulsar was the first electronic digital watch, they are mainly analog now. And again, now Seiko owns Pulsar, so the inner works of the Pulsar watches are Seiko. So these basically are Seiko watches. And one of the reasons I love them is because, again, they're reasonably priced, but they're sturdy, heavy-duty watches. I mean, they really are nice-looking watches. And they don't feel cheap like some of these Chinese watches or from Russia, but this is a solid feeling watch. So in any event, that's kind of the background of Pulsar. And now let's get to changing the battery. And the first thing I want to do is open up the watch band. So I want to take out the spring pin, and probably the best side to do it from here. So again, I'm using this tool to just push down on the pin. But you can even use a pin. Whoop. That took off like a rocket. I will find it though. So in any event, there we go. There's the watch. And what I'm going to do first is use this block. Again, very cheaply gotten on Amazon, but this will hold it in place when I try to open up the watch back. Okay. That's just to make it look good. Not necessary. Now, I bought this thing on Amazon, this watch back opener for like, I don't know, $6.99, something like that. I got one of these three position watch openers, which gives you more leverage to stick in the notches. However, I bought this a long time ago, before big watches were the thing. So when I tried to first use it, it wasn't quite wide enough. The ones you buy now are wide enough for large watches. By the way, this watch is a 45 millimeter diameter watch. So I got this thing, and again, this is a waterproof watch, so it has the screw-on back. If this had if this had the pry-off back, you'd use one of these things, or something similar to just pry off the back. But again, this is a screw off, so you've got to get this in place. And in this case, I'm going to use 2 notches. And sometimes when these watches have their batteries replaced, the people who replace the batteries screw the back on so tight that it's almost impossible to get off. This one hopefully won't be too bad. Nope, not. And I think the last time I had the battery replaced, I had it replaced by someone, and I said, don't put the back on too hard because I'm not going to be taking it underwater, and I want to be able to get it off. So, great. So this will come off nice and easy. And there it is. Got a pair of tweezers to take this thing out. You can see I'm a real watch professional. This thing. And there's the battery. when this was replaced last. They put a date on it. November 19. Right now it is June of 2022, and this battery's been dead for a little while, so this battery didn't quite last that long. Okay, so we have the new battery, and it is a 371. I think I've seen them 370/371. I don't know what the difference is, but this is a 371, again, off of Amazon. I don't work for Amazon, but in any event, it's easy to buy stuff there. So here's the new battery. And again, this flat side goes up, and that's the plus side. So I'm going to take that, slip it in. Great. I should watch where the camera's at so I can make sure you guys see that. I've got to put this thing back in. That looks to be in. Just want to check to make sure the gasket's okay, which it seems to be. Great. Before I tighten it, I think I want to just flip this over and make sure it's running. Great. Now just tighten it back up. But as I mentioned, I am not going to do what some do, and that's crank it down so much that it can never be reopened. I'm just going to make it firm. That's good. And that's it. But first, why don't we set the time? Pulling it out twice to set the time, and I've got to go back. It's 7:50. It's 7:25 right now here where I'm at, and then let's push it in one notch. And then we can set it actually is the 22nd. Perfect. So that is set and ready to go. So now, got to get that spring thing. It's probably one of the hardest parts. Clicked in place. So there we go. Okay, as you can see, just to prove that my watch battery replacement worked, about 20 minutes have elapsed and the watch is still running. So that's fantastic. I'm going to wear this watch tomorrow. It's been a month or so, a couple months since I've worn it, so I'm looking forward to wearing it. Again, these Pulsar analog chronographs are great watches, and thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and like this video and hit the notification bell. and we'll let you know when the next video comes out. Thanks again. We'll see you soon. Take care.